And welcome back. Poetry Me Please is a spoken word poetry community platform and event series providing a stage for poets across the world to showcase their talents through creative verbal expression. We're pleased to have sharing with us now the founder, CEO of Poetry Me Please, Rashan Brown. And good to have you, brother.
Feels good to be here.
Doing a lot of traveling, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Been a few places.
Been a few places. Told a lot of stories, did a lot of things, showcasing talent.
Oh yeah.
So you've got this idea that you're showcasing, not an idea, but it's your business really, where you're showcasing talent, talking about poetry and really bringing it to a variety of different platforms.
Yeah. It's when I think about the art of spoken word poetry, being able to bring that appreciation back to, of course, especially starting here in New York, so in the Bronx and the cities and boroughs, and finding people that appreciate it, but also finding people that may not appreciate it and giving them something where they can say, like, listen, like, this is my first time experiencing poetry, and I actually like what I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm. When you talk about poetry, people say, "Oh, there's always a stigma sometimes attached with poetry,
yeah,
right?"
yeah.
But then it becomes a different stigma when you say spoken word.
Yeah, so I always try to break it down into three types of shows, I would say, and then kind of go dig a little deeper into the poetry realm. So when you think about spoken word or showcase is pre-selected poets. They know that they're performing, they're able to promote and let people know, like, hey, I'll be here at this time, and they get like that featured spotlight. Mm-hmm. And you have open mics, which are pretty much open. Anyone could come through and sign up, whether the day of or like actually at the event. And it's more of a free-for-all. It's kind of like fast-paced. And then you have slam competitions where someone is performing for a prize. So when people think about spoken word or poetry, they think about like these open mics. You may or may not be reading from a book or a phone, and kind of just going through it, where you have to be like a real poetry lover to like it. But we've been trying to change the narrative where poetry is more than just, someone on stage crying their souls out or, talking about, trials and tribulations that they've been through. It's a full-on experience with the Poetry Me Please. You get artists, musical acts with an intermission, a little bit of karaoke, a little bit of a party vibe. So you get a whole one-stop shop of what we offer, and it's a full table service dinner.
From your lay of the land, talk to me about how people are receiving this here, because you offered a lot at the table.
Yeah, it's been beauty. It's our first show, June 2021. We had about 80 guests per se, a small bar in Brooklyn. Mm-hmm. Now we've done shows over 400 people, where people are actually coming in, and we see that we have a strong percentage of about 40 to 47% of individuals that have never attended a poetry show. And what we're seeing with that stat is that people are loving what we're experiencing. They're reoccurring, they're returners. But then we have this almost half, you look into a room where people have never attended a poetry show, and they're coming into Poetry Me Please as this first time where they want to experience it. Mm-hmm. And then they're seeing like, wow, like this, like I had no idea this is what poetry could look like.
And when we talk about what poetry can look like, what is the takeaway for you in the work that you're doing and you're hoping that people take away?
It's threefold, actually. The first bit is providing artists with a platform. Mm-hmm. I think when I found out about, not found out, but I think when I saw the gap and the need where I wanted to connect quality poets with quality content, realizing that not all poets have the resources, the opportunities, the time to sit down and say, hey, I want to book out a space, I want to record what I'm doing, and then I want to showcase it, and I want to give it out, I want to promote it on my social media. So the fact that we can give artists not only photography, but they get professional videos. So they're getting 2 videos per poem. So to backtrack a little bit, poets get 7 minutes on stage. And that's ranging anywhere from 1 to 3 poems. And if an artist has 3 poems, they're getting 6 videos. Different angles, a mashup of the 2. They're getting photography, they're getting features on all of our social sites, and they get welcomed into a community of over 500 poets now across the world. And that's the first part. The second part is offering this experience to the actual guests. Guests are coming in, they're getting seated, they're ordering dinner, dessert. They're experiencing this full-on showcase where they are appreciating poetry more. So we've seen this, this burst of energy towards wanting to go out to more poetry shows and live showcases. And then the last part is creating content for myself. So finding a way that I'm able to weave in all of those 3, like that's like the true, the true takeaway for me.
Yeah, we were talking a little earlier. You taking your sites not just here, but international.
Yeah. So the first event that we did out in Accra, Ghana, we partnered with Afrofuture, And, they have a festival in Ghana where, they connect, different talents, different cultures, different traditions. And we decided to go out there. We linked up with a few of the local talent, local poets. I actually was able to attend a slam competition when I was out there, and it was beautiful. It was, the show was on, I think, Saturday or Sunday. And then I was able to attend it on Wednesday. So I was able to communicate and say, listen, like, we have something going on for local talents out here. We want to be able to not only connect you to the community that we have in the U.S., but we want to be able to give you this content as well. So we were able to connect with them. We had over 12 poets from across Ghana, and it was great. The energy that we saw out there is like they have the same amount of passion that we have, and it's, there's no difference. And then recently coming back from London, where we kept the same template. We partnered with an organization, private members club called the Kindred, that was out there. We connected with local London talent, and we were able to give them the same template: pictures, videography, features on our social sites, and again, welcome into a community of poets.
So there's a talent out there right now. It says, listen, I'm interested. This is what I do. How do they get connected, and what's the process for them?
Oh, yeah, good question. So we have a running sign-up sheet that we have in all of our social sites. You can find it on our website, poetrymeplease.com. On our social sites, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Poetry Me Please. And it's a simple sign-up form where you're giving your name, where you're from, any bit of knowledge about, why you do poetry, why would you like to sign up to perform on the Poetry Me Please platform. And we do a random selection. So what we do is about 2 to 4 weeks out before our showcase, we take about 8 to 12 names and we just do a random selection. So, currently now we have over 500 poets. So think about like a number randomizer where we're choosing, let's just randomize it. And then, number 13 will pop up. We'll go and we'll see who's number 13, and we'll ask them like, hey, your number has been selected. Are you interested in attending or performing for our event that's coming up? And that's pretty much the process as we have right now.
So what if I'm a poet and I'm not too well? Maybe I need some work on my stuff. Do you offer the opportunity for me to get connected with people, to be able to sharpen my tools?
Oh, yeah, 100%. We do it in a few ways. So, we have plenty of people that reach out to me specifically as a spoken word artist myself or someone on my team. And, they'll ask us like, hey, like, I'm interested in performing, but I'm nervous. This would be my first time. What we do is we let them know that we do take beginners, and, there is no special criteria. Like, you don't have to have a certain amount of performances under your belt in order to perform. Like, anyone can start. And we've had a few individuals that have performed on our platform as their first time, and now they're doing phenomenal. I'll also set up, time to speak with them. If they can meet with me, maybe at a show that I'm doing, or, if they just want to hop on a Zoom call, and I can kind of talk them through some of our techniques. And then now we're starting to do workshops where we're bringing in these poets and we're saying like, hey, listen, like, it's not only about writing. We like to pride ourselves in the spoken word performance piece. So when you're up on stage and you have, you're looking at a crowd of over 400 people, we allow the guest in our space to interact with the poem, interact with the poets. So it's a little bit different when you're performing and you can just go from start to finish, versus when someone in the crowd will shout something at you, but they'll ask you to run it back, start from the top, and then you kind of have to go back, stop on a dime. So it's a little bit, it can be difficult depending on, the styles and, how well-versed you are in the performance style. So we like to highlight that and then give people different options of, how to combat that.
So there's hope for me.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah. Whenever you're ready, we'll get you on.
I have to look you up. Rashan, it's been good having you.
Pleasure.
Congratulations and much success.
Thank you.
And definitely got to come check out the show.
Oh, yeah. Listen, we got a show coming up on March 17th.
That's right. Well, tell the people, man.
Yeah, we got a show coming up on March 17th. It's an ode to our women. Big appreciation, obviously, for Women's History Month, where we're doing a full women lineup. So we have a host, our DJs, all of our talent, and we're doing an after party as well at SOBs. The doors open at 7:30. The show will start at 8:30, and it will end around 11:30 for the showcase, and then the after party will start.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, best wishes, Rashan Brown.
Thank you.
Founder and CEO, Poetry Me Please. And let you know, listen, if you want more information, visit the website, poetrymeplease.com. Then also follow them on social media at Poetry Me Please. And we say, please don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Got more open coming up right after this.